Hi, thanks for being in a new video. This time let me tell you what I liked most and least about the OnePlus 12 after testing it, in case you are considering buying it. So, as always, let me tell you, don't buy the OnePlus 12 without watching this video. Let's consider its launch price in Mexico, which was $23,999. Let's start with what I liked the most. It has 512 gigabytes of storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Definitely that this is a configuration that is usually found only in the most expensive editions of high-end devices. That is, usually other manufacturers offer you the most basic version with 256 gigabytes, and you have to pay an additional one if you want more storage. But in this case, the base configuration is 512 gigabytes. I find the design very nice and original with the camera module in this kind of tabs. I honestly find it very nice. The display offers a natural tone mode. That is, it will try to match the white color of the environment so that you have a very comfortable experience when viewing your content in warm or cold light environments. The screen also has the Pro XDR feature, i.e. that the photos can be displayed with this HDR technology so that some areas of the screen are illuminated with greater intensity than others, and this will produce a feeling of greater realism when viewing your photos. Realism when viewing your photos. This screen also has a technology to recognize the touches even if it is wet. It is a technology that OnePlus has developed that can be useful to use the device in the rain without the screen starts to respond strangely. It supports all the most advanced Bluetooth audio codecs, so you can enjoy very good resolution with headphones. Also, all the rear cameras will have a high-resolution sensor. So not only do they put a high-resolution sensor for the main camera, but also the supplementary cameras work well. It has a faster capture mode, which is really going to work for some action scenes, so fast-moving shots will come out well-defined without any blurred areas. The preview also looks well optimized in backlit scenes. So before you take the picture, you can already get a good idea of what the result will look like, and in the Android world, few devices are capable of such a good preview. In fact, backlight performance is very good at all zoom settings. Even at 6x, it still has good backlight performance. Night photography is also very good, and if you use the night mode, it is even better. The zoom is perfectly well used. Thanks to the high-resolution sensors, it is able to give you good quality at different focal lengths, something that definitely few devices can boast, and it is definitely at a very high level in terms of zoom. Panoramic pictures can also be with the ultra-wide camera, something that few devices currently allow, and also take very good pictures with portrait mode. Even if in portrait mode, if you use the setting of a few centimeters, it looks like a portrait photograph due to the nature of the lens. It also has a very good quality in video recording, although in this case the main camera does stand out more than the other cameras. Interestingly, it has infrared and can now be used to control your electronic devices as if your cell phone were a universal remote control. It has an optical motor on the x-axis that is perfectly well utilized in the system. For example, when you slide the brightness or volume adjustment and other things, the device will generate a bounce in your hand that gives you very good feedback. It has tons of security options like safe, app lock, hide apps, child mode, and more. It also has an exaggeratedly fast 100-watt charge that in 15 minutes charges up to 50% and finishes at 133 minutes. So it really is a very good fast charging experience, even though the charger is sold separately, but I'll tell you more about that later. And if you're worried about the battery wearing out with fast charging, the manufacturer promises that it has twice as many cycles as regular batteries, so it's a good battery. And finally, it also offers a nice suite of additional tools to complement your gaming experience. But now on to what I didn't like. It only has an IP65 level of resistance against water and dust, so it can't get to be submerged, which is quite strange for a high-end device. The front camera only has fixed focus. So if you take a picture too close or too far away, or even if you want to show something to the audience in more detail when recording video, you won't be able to because the camera doesn't have a fixed focus. You won't be able to because the camera doesn't focus on close objects. The portrait mode does not keep foreground objects in focus. In this price range, we should definitely demand a better performance in front portrait photography. The ultra-wide camera has some distortions and important chromatic aberration, so despite having a good high-resolution sensor, I think the lens is not as high quality as we would like, so it is not perceived as an advanced photo. The super stable mode does not seem to have enough stability, so if you are going to record scenes of a lot of action, I think this device falls a little short. The front camera also falls a bit short in video recording, so it's not as advanced as the main camera. That's why I insist that in video recording, the main camera stands out more. The one-handed mode is like the iPhone. Personally, I don't like it. There are other manufacturers that reduce the screen proportionally and not just slide down all the content, and there are other manufacturers that let you choose between one or the other mode. It does not come with a charger included in the box. This is definitely too bad because it is not compatible with the power delivery standard, so you need to buy some 100-watt OnePlus SuperVolt charger if you want to enjoy the fastest charging. The gaming experience itself is not bad, but having the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 does fall a bit short, considering it also includes several layers of cooling. So if you want to make gameplays and record your screen with maximum quality in games, it may fall short, and I would recommend you to buy some other options. And lastly, the heating can get a bit high in some games, so that's why I insist that it doesn't seem to be a device that will please gamers, especially if you live in hot areas.